A new trailer for Urusei Yatsura is out, so high time to take a look at it and see if I can get even more excited than I already am. Let's have a look. Igeze. Okay, so we're ready at the second trailer. Let's have a look together and then do a breakdown. But first, let's have a full look. Takahashi Rimiko sensei. Oh yeah, that definitely looks nice. Oh, we're seeing a lot more than the previous trailer. Beautiful. Yeah, this is beautiful. Awesome. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, and then I believe all these songs are new. I don't remember them from the previous anime. Although it's been a while since I've seen it. Yeah, great. Oh yeah, everything is great. Awesome. Yeah. Just a little bit longer and they're gonna start airing. I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, so that was the trailer in its entirety. Let's have a little look and break it down. So I'm gonna go back, rewind to the beginning. First of all, I feel Ataru is a little bit different than he was portrayed in the original anime. There he had darker hair, I believe, more blackish. Here it's more brownish. So his facial features are somewhat different, but I don't mind it actually. For me, it's fine. It's fine. It's close enough to the manga. It's a different interpretation of the manga actually, but I really do like it. No problem there. Details in the buildings look okay. Yeah, so here we have Takahashi Rimiko sensei, who's the original author. Now this is a nice screen. This is something that really caught my interest. Here we have one of the ships of the invaders, of the Oni. Lum's Ichizoku, so Lum's tribe, so to speak. And this looks a lot more detailed, a lot better than it did in the original anime. Granted, the original anime was from the 80s, so we have what, like 35 years, 40 years in between. So it's normal that this looks better, but it's really great to see that. You have all these little details, a lot more shading on the ships than we had in the previous original animation. You have lighting effects in it that match really well, in my opinion, here with the blues and the reds. I love it. I love the way they adapted the spaceships to this modern anime. Let's have a little bit more of a look. Yeah, here you see them in space. Very nice detail with all the little red lights. The sort of reflective window kind of parts. That's very well done. I love that. Much better than the original anime. It's not fair to compare it to such an old anime, I know, but as a fan, you just love to see it. Nice use of lighting effects, not over exaggerated, but just enough to give that extra detail, that extra vibrancy, and make it all seem more alive. Actually, I love that. Really, I really do. You have these lines here across the ships with all those little lights with different color shadings. It's actually really well done. I love the way they redesigned or reworked the appearance of the invader ships. That's a great job. And what's also noticeable here is that you see the Earth, and you see a lot of detail on the Earth. And I'm going to try to see if we can get a better snapshot here somewhere. Yeah, probably here. You see parts of the land with clouds overhead, giving it a much more almost realistic look, I would say. It adds more depth to the Earth as seen from space. Then with the ships hovering above it with those details and so on, I really love it. It's really well done. It's really well done. This is getting me more and more excited for this version of the anime. Then we see Lum's ship here. I'm just gonna see if we can get a little glimpse. Yeah, here. So we have all these colored lines here, these special effects, adding an effect of motion or speed. Really well done. They didn't use just bland white lines. They used a very wide spectrum of colors here, and I think that's a theme, or is going to be a theme throughout this anime adaptation, namely that they're going to be using a lot or play more with colors, with color effects. As I stated in my preview of my trailer reaction of the first trailer of Urusei Yatsura, you had those pastel colors, those vibrant colors that were reminiscent a lot of how the colored covers of the Tankobon manga looked, or posters or illustrations made by Takahashi Sensei. Now, I feel like they're gonna pull that throughout the entire anime, and that's fantastic in my opinion, because if they only would have done that with Lum's hair, for example, that would have stuck out a little bit compared to the rest of the anime. But I can clearly see the ships, the speed lines here, the effects that they added. Look at this. This is wonderful. This is really well done. You see those greens going over into blues and purples, adding a speed effect, but at the same time adding those colors. It's very vibrant, very lively, and I think it matches this series really well. I love that, really. And the ship as well here with I would say light purple, pink colored line here. The little light up effects with the yellow lights, very well done. This is great. Yeah, and then here I'm gonna pause a little bit, go back. Like this shot, this wide shot of the city is almost lifted from the manga and colored, and that's it. The drawing style of the buildings, of the streets and so on, of the things in the distance, reminds me a lot of the original manga, which is great in my opinion. I love it when an anime succeeds in lifting things from the pages of the manga, enhancing them and bringing them to life. I think they really succeeded in that regard here. Here with Ataru's house as well, it just jumped off the pages of the manga with nice coloring. And what's really nice for the coloring here, and we can see that, for example, with the tree here, they didn't stick with a very bland or a very natural coloring, but they really play with those pastel-like colors, giving it a very distinct look that is very reminiscent of Takahashi Sensei's colored illustrations. And that's really great. I think it's great that they're going back to the source material in such a way. And I see they do it throughout the entire anime, actually. So here again, Lum's hair, same, with like more shading, more different kinds of colors, pastel-like. I really love it. It's really well done. Ataru's room, yeah, just jumped off the manga page here again. Very well done. And what's really nice, and that was something I was a little bit afraid of at first. I was thinking maybe they're going to transpose the series to the current age, even though it's an 80s manga, even early 80s. And what we see here is that they don't do that. You see the cassette deck here behind Lum? Yeah, that's very 80s. In the earlier trailer, I saw a TV set, 80s style. So if they can stick to that, that would be great. I think they shouldn't bring it over to current day or current age. They should really keep it in the same time frame that the original manga was. That would be great. We saw a lot more characters also in this trailer, characters that we didn't see in the first trailer, which is great. Sakura here, the granddaughter of Cherry. Very well done, as she is in the manga. See, and this is also great. See, like this shot, you have these lines and the background with the dotted pattern. That's also very reminiscent of Takahashi Sensei's colored illustrations with these dots and so on. So it's nice that they incorporate that in the new anime. I really love that. I think it's a stylistic choice, but it's a great choice in my opinion. Cherry himself here. Little bit less detail on the staff here, but it's okay. I can live with that. Here he's looking great. With the imagery of Buddha and so on behind him. It's really great. And we see there are a lot more characters appearing. This is also a great shot where you see the Oni ship breaking through the clouds with the lightning going through. Very well done. You have a nice sense of depth in there as well. Very well done actually. Here hitting Ataru's house, which is great. Plenty of characters from the manga. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but as far as I could tell, they're all very faithful to the manga. Actually, very faithful to the manga. I like that. Playful with the coloring, which is great. Here we can see it as well. A lot of playing with the lighting as well. We see that here, and we're going to see it later on as well with Lam. Here with the electricity or lightning effects, which are very well done as well. Look at the detail. You didn't have that in the original. In the original anime, lightning effects were more like broken lines, thick lines, because they didn't have those computer effects then. They didn't have the equipment to draw it as detailed as they do it now. But here we see lots of tiny lines, wrinkles, very well done. Pretty sure they used computer animation for this. But it adds a really nice extra effect. Again here with the pastel coloring, very well done, reminiscent of Takahashi Sensei's original work. Here as well with the hair, beautifully done. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, here, this shot as well. So here we see Lam. I think this is during the competition with Ataru, with the Onigoko game. And lightning effects, again, very beautifully done. And her hair changes color, matching the reflection that you see from the sunset and the lights that are on her. And that's also a great stylistic choice. They don't keep her hair as it is. They switch it up depending on how the lighting is at that moment, which, in my opinion, is a really nice little touch. Ataru's parents here, we see them for the first time. Also very close to what they look like in the manga. The effects, I remember this episode. That was a great episode still in the beginning of the manga. Lam with her battle attire, beautifully done. The eyes with the shading and so on, very well done. Very happy with that. The sukiyaki coming out, where he says he wanted to have the sukiyaki instead of going or being forcefully dragged away by Lam. Not going to spoil too much here. Let's have a look. Yeah, more characters. They all look great. Here again, little the hair and so on. Very well done with the different kinds of shading, pastel coloring. Very nice. Special effects, as I said, here as well. Where was it? Yeah, here. I'm just going to play this part a little bit. The special effects here are great. You can see that with lightning, the pastel colors in the background. That's fantastic. Lam when she gets mad. I mean, come on, this is awesome, isn't it? Exactly like in the manga. Jumped off the pages. Nice coloring, nice shading. There you have it. It's going to be a fantastic revival. I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic revival. Here, this coloring as well, very reminiscent of Takahashi Sensei's colored work, like the pages of her manga, the covers, I mean, and poster artwork and so on. She did very reminiscent of that. So everything looks great, really. The style, the coloring, the voice work as well. The seiyuu, the voice actors, are of course not the same ones as the original anime, but I think what I've heard so far, they do a pretty good job. So I'm very happy with that. So animation is great, drawing style is great, very, very good job with the coloring and the effects. Seiyuu voice work looks okay, so I think we're in for a treat. I think we're in for a treat, especially for people who are fans from the original manga, the original anime. This is going to be a great revival. For people who know the series, I would say pencil it into your calendar. Don't miss it. Let's watch it together. Let's talk about it online as well. For the people who don't know it, give it a try. For people who don't know it, really give it a try. This is a very, very fun romance comedy with a lot of zany episodes, a lot of fun stuff, a lot of unexpected twists and turns. Great character interaction between Ataru, Lam, Shinobu, and all the other characters. You'll have a lot of laughs with this series, and there's also a lot of interesting love dynamics involved. So it's really fun. It's really great. And what's also great is you have a lot of references to Japanese culture and Japanese habits, Japanese folklore, and so on. So for people who are into that or who are well versed in it, it's going to be great to find those little tidbits of references and information. For people who aren't, well, it's just going to be fun to watch just as well. For the people who don't know the series, I'm going to do a little Urusei Yatsura introduction video, so make sure you check it out. The link is going to be in this video. To give you an idea what kind of series you can expect from this. People who already know the series, well, it's going to maybe be a reintroduction then, but especially for people who don't know the series yet or who just heard of it and not much more, give the video a try. I'm going to help you get a sense of what it's about and if it's going to be your cup of tea or not. If you want to try out the manga, which is also great because then you can compare the manga to the anime, there are affiliate links below, so that helps the channel as well. So please feel free to use those links if you're interested in buying the manga, both in English and Japanese. I have the entire series in Japanese. I've started rereading it recently because I want to get back into it before the anime starts. It's been a really long time since I've watched the original anime, since I've read the manga even. So this is a great opportunity to dive back in. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a hit. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is it looks like they're not going to do filler, which is great, right? So we're going to move ahead with the story at the same pace, it looks like, as in the manga. From what I can tell, but so far they've ordered 4 cours. And I'm thinking 4 cours is going to be way too short to cover the entirety of the story that happened in the manga. Way too short. They're not going to be able to cover the entire story. So I don't know how far they're going to get this year or this season. We're going to get 2 cours. Then there's another 2 cours for the next season. Not sure up to which chapter they're going to be able to go, but we're not going to get the entirety of the manga. That's impossible. The original anime had 195 episodes. That's just not possible to cover that much ground in 4 cours. Look at how beautiful that is. Very well drawn, nice effect with the background. I mean, I'm even more excited now than I was at first. So please let me know in the comments, how do you feel about it? Are you as excited as I am? The second trailer made me even more excited for this series. I'm definitely gonna give it a watch. If you know Urusei Yatsura, make sure you don't miss this one. If you're not a fan or you don't know the series, definitely give it a try. Try 2, 3, 4 episodes to see what it's about. But I'm pretty sure if you give it a chance, if you try it out, you're going to be hooked. I guarantee you're going to be hooked. So good times ahead. Happy with this trailer. A trailer that even elevated my expectations even higher than the first one. So let me know in the comments how you feel about it, and catch you guys at the next one. Take care. Jane. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel.